Hello and welcome to Elite Weather. My name is Mr. G, your meteorologist today. Happy Friday, everybody, as we're going to be talking about your weekend weather forecast coming up and taking a look at what we're seeing out there this for the rest of your Friday and into this evening, okay? And as we get going here, let's talk about our 200 subscriber special live show that I'm going to do when we hit that mark. And I hope you guys all tune in and leave your questions and any questions you might want to know about me or some weather questions in general, and I will see if we can get those answered for you in that show. All right, thanks for rocking with me, and let's talk about that weekend weather forecast. All right, so as we take a look at your weather today, let's see what's going on with our weather today. Okay, and our watches and hazards, we see our heat advisory in place through a great part of the center of the nation. Here we talking about parts of the plains as well as the central Mississippi Valley here and parts of the Midwest here and the southern Appalachian mountain range, as we see our heat advisory in place, and we got those triple digits, and some of you guys are in the upper 90s there, and you're seeing those higher humidities in the 60s and 70-degree region as well. We got more heat across the northeast, and so we're seeing temperatures in the 90s and an increase a bit in that humidity. And we have red flag issues across the high plains through the Dakotas as well as into Wyoming and parts of southern Montana and central Idaho. So we're going to be seeing our red flag potential in that part of the country, as well as excessive heat down here in the desert southwest through parts of California, southwestern Arizona, southern Nevada, as well, and far southwestern Utah. We have our excessive heat and our advisories here through the Southern Rockies. So if you're taking that is a look at watches and warnings right now across America in this on this Friday afternoon. So let's take a look at one thing that's going on out there is the heat across the southern plains and parts of the lower Mississippi Valley. So if we're looking at the state of Texas right here, and what we have going is those temperatures in the low 100s here for Dallas, Fort Worth, Austin, and San Antonio. You're in the upper 90s in Houston, so you're seeing a little bit cooler weather that we've been seeing. It's still hot out there, but it's just a few degrees cooler as we do have more cloud cover, and there's been some showers and storms through different parts of Texas as well. So somewhat of relief from the heat, but it has spread a little bit to the north and west, north and east here. So it's heading into Missouri and Arkansas. So you're seeing 102 degrees, 100 over there in St. Louis, 100 in Kansas City, 102 down there in Springfield. So it's getting pretty hot there through the state of Missouri as well as Kansas, as that heat starts to spread a little bit to the east. Now here's a look at our national radar, and what we're seeing is those showers and storms down here across East Texas. So that's why it's a little bit cooler in Houston today, and in places east like the Dallas Fort Worth, east toward Texarkana into Arkansas and toward the Louisiana state line here. We're going to be seeing those showers and storms. We got them going on through Lake Charles here, southwestern Louisiana, as well as southern Mississippi, southern Alabama, the Florida Panhandle, southwestern Georgia, and the entire state of Florida is seeing those scattered showers and thunderstorms. We have a few showers here in South Carolina, and just offshore of North Carolina, you got Cape Hatteras right there, and those showers are just offshore, and you could be seeing those showers and storms, and then a few spotty showers into the northeast and the mid-Atlantic as well, as we see those spotty showers here in parts of New York, New Jersey, as well as into Pennsylvania. So we have eastern Pennsylvania where we're picking up those showers and storms, especially around the Philadelphia area. You guys are going to be dealing with those showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. A few more showers across the high plains of Montana over toward the Glacier National Park. You'll be seeing a few showers up there towards Helen and Missoula, Montana this afternoon. Our monsoons through the Rockies here down into the Four Corners, into the desert Southwest, into New Mexico and Arizona. Up above the Mogollon Rim, we're seeing those showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. And you see how they're extending across the state of Texas along our weak frontal boundary there, but it's just enough to spark those showers and afternoon thunderstorms today. And as we take a look at our severe weather outlook, here's where things are going to be interesting. Today, we're going to be just seeing some isolated showers and storms through parts of the upper Mississippi Valley and the upper Midwest, the southern Great Lakes, and the Red River Valley through parts of Minnesota and North Dakota. And then a few more severe storms are going to be possible here into the northeast through Pennsylvania and lower New York State there. And if you're in the eastern sections of Ohio as well as West Virginia, you might pick up an isolated severe thunderstorm this afternoon as well. And then some more isolated severe is going to be possible through parts of the Wasatch Mountain Range in the state of Utah. So if you're in Salt Lake City, you can see maybe a severe thunderstorm occur as well. Now, most of these storms are going to be primarily, the issue is going to be gusty winds and some brief heavy rainfall. I don't think we're going to see a problem with hail or tornadoes this afternoon with this activity because we don't have any really centralized triggers in place that's going to spawn that type of severe weather. But tomorrow will be a different story, especially across the upper Mississippi Valley. So if you're in Minnesota and Wisconsin tomorrow, you're going to be really dealing with that severe weather, and we could see some tornadoes in this region, as well as some very large hail, maybe up to golf balls, so some 1 to 2 inch diameter hail up to golf balls, and some torrential rain and winds in excess of 70 miles per hour. We could even possibly see a derecho form in this area as well. So some very severe weather for the upper portions of the Midwest for your Saturday afternoon. And outside of this region, the rest of the country is going to be fairly quiet with just general non-severe thunderstorms expected through the desert Southwest into the high plains, as well as around the mid-Atlantic into the southeast. And then a few of those scattered showers and storms will be spotted through parts of the northeast into New England as well. As we look at your Sunday, that weather system moves to the east, but it loses a little bit of its energy, so it's only going to be enough to muster some isolated severe storms through parts of the mid-Mississippi Valley, the Ohio Valley, and into the northeast there. We could be seeing some isolated severe thunderstorms, and this is not going to really have a tornado threat, but some damaging winds and small hail and heavy rainfall is going to be their primary threats out there. That is a look at your severe weather outlook. Here's our weather forecast, and we're going to be looking at this afternoon. This is for the remainder of the day on your Friday, and we're going to be seeing a few spotty showers here into the northeast, as well as through the parts of the Midwest. Some spotty showers this afternoon, and more spotty showers along the U.S.-Canadian border there from Minnesota all the way over to northwestern Montana. So you might be dealing with a few showers along the border. And we're going to be seeing some showers here through central Oklahoma and northeastern Texas. So a few more showers and storms, which we're seeing those storms today, and it's providing a little bit of relief from all that heat they've been seeing out there across the state of Texas, and more showers and storms through the Four Corners in Arizona and New Mexico, and some more showers here through the Northern Rockies, where we can see some flash flooding take place this afternoon here in the Yellowstone area in parts of Idaho and near the some of those mountain ranges out that way. Dry weather through the Pacific Northwest all the way down through Nevada and the state of California, as we're going to be seeing seasonal weather conditions across the far west coast. And as we take a look at your Saturday, now Saturday we're going to be seeing a lot of monsoon moisture. Those storms are really going to pack a little bit of punch, as we have an area of low pressure here in New Mexico and along the Mexican border there. We're going to be seeing an increase in the showers and storms here through southern Arizona and southern New Mexico. That could lead to some flash flooding down there just south of Tucson, and our severe weather outbreak that we're expecting here across the upper Mississippi Valley through Minnesota and Wisconsin tomorrow as well. well. And remember, those large hail, damaging winds in excess of 70 to 80 miles per hour, heavy rainfall, and some tornadoes is going to be possible as well. So the storm chasers are going to have a busy afternoon there across Minnesota and Wisconsin. Those showers and storms will be extending across the southeast and the Gulf Coast and into the state of Florida as well. And that, remember, that heat will also stay in place across the state of Texas through Oklahoma and Kansas and start to expand to the east a bit through Missouri and Arkansas too. And here we are for your Sunday. We'll lose a bit of that severe weather, but we could see some isolated severe here through parts of the northeast for your Sunday. But for the most part, just general showers and thunderstorms out that way and along Florida and the immediate Gulf Coast and portions of the southeast from South Carolina down into the state of Florida. And let us not forget our heavy monsoons that's going to be expected to the Four Corners down into Arizona and New Mexico. We can see some flash flooding in southern Arizona as well as in central Colorado. Some flash flooding from some of those monsoon storms is going to be possible. Dry weather across the upper Midwest through Minnesota and Wisconsin because they're going to need that day to recover from all the severe weather they're going to see on Saturday. Dry weather across the Pacific Northwest, the Northern Rockies, and the Great Basin of Nevada and the state of California. Very seasonal weather conditions there. Not really much to talk about on the far west coast. That is a look at your 3-day weather forecast. Now, let's take a look at the tropical update. You get a tropical update today, yes. And that tropical update is going to be fairly quiet right now. We do have this this cluster of showers and storms down here across parts of the Caribbean. So we have Puerto Rico right there. So parts of the Eastern Caribbean is going to be dealing with that cluster of showers and storms. But as you can see, it's kind of flaring out there. So that's indicative of shear. So it's not expected to develop or organize into anything over the next couple of days. But it is moving to the west slowly here. So regions here could expect to see an increase in some thunderstorm activity, but we don't expect anything organized to develop with that. And we have just some clouds and general fair weather conditions out here over the central Atlantic and off of the Cape Verde Islands out the coast of Africa. So not a whole lot going out here over the Atlantic. Now let's talk about what we're seeing over the Gulf of Mexico. The Gulf of Mexico is also pretty quiet. We have our frontal boundary here off of the southeastern United States, and that's going to help to prevent anything from getting organized. We do have a couple of clusters of storms here, and our storms that's over the state of Florida and right here over the eastern Gulf of Mexico. Not expecting anything to get organized with that, and we have showers and storms down here that's building off of the landmass of the Yucatan Peninsula, and that's being sheared out over the southern Gulf of Mexico here. So we're not expecting anything to get organized with that. Just some loose showers and thunderstorms there building in the heat of the afternoon. And here we are as we're going to take a look at the Pacific. This is what's left of hurricane or tropical storm Estelle that's moving out to the west-northwest there. It's in cooler water and in an area that's very unfavorable for tropical depression, tropical development. It has lost all of its tropical characteristics, and now it's taking on extra tropical characteristics, so it's not an issue anymore. And we have this region right here, which is our next area of interest here in the Eastern Pacific, and it has about a 10% chance of developing into a tropical depression over the next couple of days. So we're going to keep monitoring this, and right now it's not affecting anybody but people that might be fishing out here. I used to go fishing out here with my dad way back in the day, and we would watch for tropical systems down here in these tropical waters. So that's the only thing of concern there across the Eastern Pacific. And we got our showers and storms here that's along the Yucatan Peninsula and Central America. Those guys aren't bothering anybody yet other than providing some rainfall down there along the coast. That is a look at your tropical weather update. My name is Mr. G. Thanks for rocking with me today, and I will see you guys tomorrow in our next video forecast. Bye-bye.